Hello my fellow Scorpios, thank you very much for tuning into this, your June reading for 2017. This is going to be a general reading for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon and Scorpio Rising. And also if you do want to check out anything pertaining to your love life, I would recommend looking up your Venus sign and having a look at the video that corresponds with that. So this month we are going to you're using the Truth Seekers Tarot. I apologise, I can't remember the person's name who did it. I'll probably add it in the description box below. But just to be warned, there is nudity in these cards. Now I don't know many Scorpios who are offended by nudity, but if you are, then just be aware that there are boobs and things in this. So just thought I'd let you know with that. Okay, so if you do want a private reading with me, very much in tune with your energies, just click on the link below. It will give you all the details on how to book a reading with me. And also I'm thinking about doing with private consultations as well, maybe like spiritual consultations, but obviously those will be the same as readings, so you will be having to have that PayPal receipt in my queue so I can actually get in contact with you. So let's have a look and see what's coming up for us Scorpios in the month of June, halfway through 2017. I'm really hoping to see some nice changes coming through and having a really nice understanding as to where the closing half of the year is going to bring us as well. Also, if you do want to get additional readings every single month, you can also support me on my Patreon page. From as little as $1 you get access to all the additional readings. And I actually think, you know, that if everybody who subscribed to my channel gave me $1 a month, I don't think that I would have to worry about making time to make these videos. It'd just be dedicated to all these videos. It'd be really good to get all the spirituality all the time. But sometimes it can go to our heads, I think. That's the Scorpio in me, very much talking. Alright, so let's see. Of course, as well, I'll be pulling a rune at the end of this. So what does Scorpio need to know for the month of June? Whoop, I don't think that's for us. That's just me being unable to shuffle. Okay, that's definitely for us. So we have, ooh, 10 of Wands. Wow. Oh, I forgot. Different way this time. 10 of Wands and the Hierophant. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's what they said to do, so. Wow, 9 of Pentacles. Wow, wow, wow. And 7 of Wands. Ooh, defend your territory. That's basically what was just told to me. Alright, so 10 of Wands, Hierophant, 9 of Pentacles, and 7 of Wands. This a good reading. Okay, let's take a look and see. Okay, so again it's spirituality, culmination, wish fulfillment, a lot of potential coming through here. I do feel that you are almost excuse me, you're almost holding court this month. It's like you finally found your footing, you finally found the road on which you feel comfortable. Now this could be in anything, this could be career, family, friends, relationships, whatever you apply this to, but I feel deep-seated contentment here. You may have actually struggled with this for the first half of the year, because I think that for a lot of us Scorpios, we have been trying to attain. We've been trying to get there. We're like, new year, new us, all that kind of stuff. But it's been kind of a struggle. Things seem to have kind of come into our paths a little bit to actually stop us from getting to the goals that we've set ourselves, but nevertheless we have ploughed through and we've just been seeking to attain. Now some of us, we haven't actually been able to attain what we've wanted. Some of us have, but nevertheless I do feel this month you're going to see sure signs that your previous efforts are rewarded. So well done you for continuing to move through, to be very positive and to see things for what they are. That is the messages that I'm going through. Well done you Scorpio, because you're still moving forward, you're still feeling positive, you're still looking at ways as to how to achieve your dreams, and you're not actually going to give up in this. Some people could say you're a little bit of a stubborn person because you're a fixed sign, very similar to Taurus in that way, But I do feel that this is all, I mean, even without reading the individual energies of the cards, together you are holding court. You are at, not a peak yet, but you are very much having a high of energy which allows you to control, be the master manipulator, the master manifester, the person who's actually going to weave and change things. You are going to be the witch or wizard in this. You are going to be able to very much create this month, and you're going to feel as though finally something, like, you may want to go eureka, because something finally slips into place. It's like a puzzle piece coming in. We feel as though something's going to be very much flowing over us, and this is just kind of channeling all the way through me right now. I don't know what I've done to actually open this up for you, Scorpio, but I really hope that this is actually going to be a strong energy coming in here. It's almost like these animals here, these birds, are actually flying into something, the goal. You have a lot of birds, actually, birds in 3 out of the 4 cards. This is something that you're going towards. This is something that you're moving towards. You are no longer the scorpion on the floor. You are the eagle that represents the Scorpio as well. So this is noble, this is intuition, this is intelligence, this is seeing things for what they are, this is majesty. So I would get that this is actually a very strong month for us, to be honest. This is the beginning of something new. That's what they just said to me. This is the start of something new. And before I ramble on anymore, I'm just going to go into individual cards. Okay, so 10 of Wands. This is very, very auspicious. This is kind of like the fact that you've created everything you could possibly need, but also it could be a little bit of a struggle sometimes for you. You could feel as though you maybe have had too much responsibility, too much to kind of come through this, but in this card it means culmination. It's all the flowers here, it's all the beauty of having this full circle. It's blossoming, it's having the seeds nurtured with warmth and sunshine and water of your emotions, and actually seeing it bloom and coming to fruition. This is what this card in this particular deck means, and I feel that, you know, you are almost there in regards to several areas of your life. You may not see it yet, you may have actually missed it through the hardships that you've experienced, but the signs have been there that you're actually going to accomplish what you want. Doubt is the enemy of creativity. Doubt is the enemy of many things, and I think that you have maybe doubted yourself. Now is not the time to do that. Now is the time to continue forwards. Now is the time to move towards something new. The Hierophant symbolizes sometimes spirituality, but for me it's almost like tradition. So whether you're looking at doing something traditionally, like dating for 5 days, or, you know, or whatever it is, you see this being very traditional. I think it's inviting you to structure something. Be very almost like a conglomerate yourself. Make sure that you set out goals. Make sure that you feel very set and dedicated to those. Don't question your own morality. You know, if you feel something's wrong, you don't have to do that. If you think that somebody's being a little bit questionable, don't doubt that. I think that you are going to be shown the right way forwards in this. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles come through, the Wish card, absolute culmination. You have 3 doves here, and I feel that this is almost like you feel inner peace because of your accomplishments. You feel as though you're finally reaching the end stages of something that you set out maybe 3 years ago. Excuse me, I don't know why I've done that twice in this reading, but every time I seem to channel it goes a bit tickly on my throat, so I apologize. There is something here that I think is kind of like opening up these various different ways for you to come through. Will actually see you towards something that maybe you feel prosperous. If you've needed money, if you've needed culmination of things, if you've needed various kind of time. They're saying you've needed time, and that's basically coming now. You will have time. You will have the methods and the resources you need to make that time. Now the 7 of Wands is defending that time and defending your stance as well. So this is kind of like if people suddenly start going, oh, I see that you're being quite successful in this area, or oh, I see that your connection's growing in this area or to this person. Somebody may come through who might be jealous of that. The chances are that you will have to just block off your energy a little bit to them and say, no, I'm very focused on what I need to do. Block off all the outside distractions. You don't need the outside distractions. You need to be very dedicated to the goals in which you set yourself. Okay, I think that's all that we need to hear from them. So let's see. I am going to choose a rune and I'm going to choose it blind. So, what is the rune? Woo, I just got a load of shivers. Okay, so what is the rune that Scorpio needs for this month? I apologise if you just heard the ice cream van go past. He chooses the worst moments. Okay. I'm feeling this one. Okay. Okay, what's this one? Ooh, so this one is radar. This is travel, relocation, almost like a dance of life. So this is actually taking a risk. This is being very true to yourself. This is having a look at just kind of the movement that you're making, the steps that you're taking towards something that you really want. Now it was a little bit like that, but I don't see that as reverse. I don't see this as something that you have to really worry about, because if it was reverse, sometimes it's about being too rigid, feeling like there's a bit of injustice there, but I don't see this at all. I just think it was how I had it in my hand, so I feel this is the right way up, really. This is relocation, this is travel, this is something that you feel as though you're finally moving. It's kind of like you've been trying to push a really long train and you haven't been able to get the momentum, and now something gives and you're actually finally able to get the speed up, get the momentum, get the, you know, kind of going and going and going. And this is actually going to see you, I think, through the rest of the year, maybe even a bit longer. They're saying something about Scorpio and Saturn, and I know Saturn's in retrograde right now, and I think this may be because the disciplinarian's stepping back. You can actually now move on into something much more beneficial than maybe you've seen in the past. Now, before I lose my voice completely, I don't know why, because I haven't done that many videos, I would ask you to let me know if you have any plans for June. Is there anything that you've really wanted to work towards? Is there anything that you're really hoping to achieve? Do let me know, because I would absolutely adore to know. Also, I thank you again for commenting, sharing, actually helping each other in the community. That's really nice as well. So I really do wish you all the best of luck for that. Again, if you want a personal reading, it would be a privilege to look into your personal energies, and you can book a reading with me from the link below, as well as get access to the additional readings and vlogs that I do through Patreon on there as well, just from as little as $1 for all the extra goodies and stuff. But yeah, I really do feel this is something very beautiful. I feel this energy is going to really help us as a fellow Scorpio. Maybe it's something like if you do magic, maybe it's something that's actually going to bring you spiritual fulfillment, relationship fulfillment, you know, whatever it is you need. But do let me know how things go. And I really do wish you all the best of luck. I will love you and I will leave you. But do take care of yourselves, and I will look forward to reading for you all in July.